The elderly man was about to go out for a walk when he suddenly noticed a stranger trying to break into his female neighbor's door. He quickly called his neighbor, who was a police officer. The neighbor suspected that the man was the fugitive she was looking for and told the elderly man to hide inside because the fugitive was armed. However, the elderly man had always treated his neighbor like a daughter. So, despite her warnings, he turned off his phone. Then, the elderly man slowly walked down the stairs and pretended to cough to attract the fugitive's attention. He then deliberately fell to the ground, accusing the younger generation of lacking kindness and of not helping him when he fell. The fugitive, seeing this, worried about exposing his identity, had no choice but to help the elderly man up. But unexpectedly, the elderly man falsely accused the fugitive of knocking him over and extended 5 fingers, demanding compensation. The fugitive misunderstood, thinking the elderly man was asking for $50,000, so he immediately reached into his pocket. Upon seeing this, the elderly man became terrified. Fearing the fugitive might pull out a gun to silence him, he quickly said that he only wanted $50 in compensation. The fugitive, hearing this, threw him $100 in cash, then turned and entered the elevator. After seeing the elevator doors slowly close, the elderly man immediately stood up and ran downstairs, pressing the elevator button on each floor, hoping to delay the fugitive until his neighbor returned. Eventually, the elderly man reached the first floor ahead of the fugitive. Neighbors saw him avoid using the elevator and take the stairs, thinking he was simply exercising. When they heard the elderly man say there was a fugitive in the elevator, and that they should help catch him, they refused, worried about the danger. The elderly man lied, saying the fugitive wanted to destroy their loudspeakers for square dancing. Upon hearing this, they became enraged. When the fugitive came down the stairs, he kept muttering about the elevator stopping on every floor, and was suddenly surrounded by the residents of the community. They all questioned him about why he wanted to destroy their speakers. The fugitive, feeling confused, lightly pushed one of them, but everyone fell to the ground, claiming he had attacked them. Seeing this, the elderly man quietly laughed from the side. Then he received a call from his neighbor. She told him that she was almost back, and reminded him not to confront the fugitive directly. The elderly man impatiently agreed and hung up, but then saw the fugitive, pushed to the edge, put his hand inside his coat pocket. The elderly man feared the fugitive was about to pull out a gun, so he shouted a command to stop him, then pretended to defend the fugitive, accusing the neighbors of extorting a young man at their old age.